I'm Deepanjali Arora. Welcome to my YouTube channel of Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Today I'm going to discuss the transit of planet Venus into Virgo, which is also the debilitated sign for Venus, and its effects on all the ascendants. But before we begin, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on any new videos. I upload videos about Vedic astrology and tarot twice every week. So let's first understand what this transit means. Venus is not very happy in the sign of Virgo. Since Virgo is the sign devoted to calculations, criticism, and getting into nitty-gritty and details of things. Venus is a planet which deals with love, devotion, sensual pleasures, luxuries, and relationships in general. That is why it does not feel comfortable in the sign of Virgo and is debilitated there. Now, what happens when Venus is transiting the sign of Virgo from 23rd October till 17th November 2020? We also need to keep in mind that the ruling planet of Virgo, which is Mercury, is retrograde in the sign of Libra till 2nd November. Now, both Venus and Mercury are exchanging houses and are forming a Parivartan yoga, which is a very beneficial yoga. Mars is directly opposite Venus, and in the sign Mars is directly opposite Venus in the sign of Pisces from 4th October till 23rd December 2020. During the entire duration of the Venus transit, Mars is also retrograde in Pisces. So while Venus is transiting Virgo, Mercury, the ruling sign of Virgo, as well as Mars, which is directly opposite Venus, both are going retrograde. Now let's see how does it affect us all on a personal level. You need to check your ascendant as well as your moon sign. They could be same or they could be different according to your Vedic astrological chart. The transit from the ascendant affects us physically and the moon sign affects our mind. So both are equally important. I suggest you check both. Now let's see for the Aries ascendant. Venus transit is happening in the 6th house. Now this is not a very good position for Venus. You need to take care of your health right now, especially reproductive organs. You need to be careful about doing unnecessary expenses. Don't spend on luxury goods which you don't really need because you're going to repent it later. There could be emotionally heated arguments with your co-workers, your in-laws, especially females. You might face opposition or competition for which you are not ready for, mostly professionally. It's not a good time to plan a long-distance travel, so I would suggest you wait for Venus to shift. Now for Taurus ascendant or moon sign, Venus, your Lagna Lord, moves to the 5th house. Now this is a good placement for Venus as it will make you feel very confident and creative at the same time. If you're planning to expand your family, then the chances of conception are very bright. But since Mars is retrograde directly opposite Venus, I would suggest you take proper care and rest. If you already have a child, then their health might be a cause of concern for you right now during this transit. You might get in touch with a past lover or get together with old friends, but don't get too seriously attached too soon. Wait. There is possibility of some sort of arguments in your network circle, or you might even want to take some time off from people and just be with yourself for some time being, which is a good decision. Now for Gemini ascendant or moon sign, Venus is transiting in the 4th house. This is a very good house for Venus. If you want to buy or invest in property, I would suggest wait for some time because Mars is retrograde directly opposite. But you will definitely spend time beautifying your house. You will feel like buying plants, mostly the flowering kinds. You could also spend time and money on repairing or buying gadgets and luxury goods like computers, ACs, washing machines, cars, anything of that nature. Or you can do some repair work in your house. Your mother might go through some health issues, mostly gynec, but your creativity is at its peak and you will get new projects, but the payments can be delayed, or maybe you will feel that you're not paid as much as you should have been. Avoid unnecessary big expenses. One of them could be an international ticket, but you know it's not the good time to travel, so I would suggest wait. For Cancer Ascendant, Venus is transiting the third house. Even though your relationship with your younger sibling is good, it can still lead to some sort of heated arguments or fights. Your creative side will get a new lease of life. This transit is particularly good for writers or creative people who make things with their hands, like painters, sculptors, all sorts of artists. Your circle in social media will expand and you can gain popularity. Overall, this transit will help you grow your network circle and you will receive help and support from family and friends. Your father's health may suffer, or you can have arguments with your father or with your teachers. So be very careful of what you say. Avoid long distance travel. Now let's come to Leo ascendant or moon sign. Venus is transiting your second house. Now this is a good transit for Venus since it's in the house of your income and resources. It can grow your savings and income. You will have a desire to eat sweet things a lot, so please watch your weight. Work front will do well, except expect some new projects to come your way. Since Mars is retrograde in the 8th house, Leo could expect sudden, unexpected surprises related to inheritance, insurance, sudden death in the family, or you might learn something new about your spouse or his family or her family. Something that you have not known might just come out. So watch for it. For Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon rising, Venus is transiting in your first house. This is a good placement for Venus. Virgo people feel very attractive and good about themselves during this time. You may indulge in beauty products or beauty regimes like spa for yourself, which is a good thing. You should go for it. It will help you grow your self-esteem. You will have gains from your spouse or partners, even though your relationship with them could be strained. You won't see eye to eye with your long-term partners during this transit. It could be related to work, or it could be related to your spouse, or it could be related to a long-time relationship, whichever way. Keep patience, it's only 25 days long. You may travel or plan a long-distance travel during this time. Your savings and your income will grow. For Libra ascendant, Venus is transiting the 12th house. The ascendant lord going to the 12th house itself is not a great placement, but Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces, which is the original 12th house in the Kalpurush Kundali. So I would call this a placement of mixed results. Your expenses might increase a lot, but I suggest that instead of spending money for unnecessary things, do some donations. It's a very good time for that. You might want to go abroad, or you might meet someone romantically and get involved with a foreigner. But it could be a short fling, mostly, but not probably, but not mostly, but it could be a short fling. You need to be careful of your health. You will face competition, and relationship with co-workers can be difficult. Not a good time to take debt or give money out to anybody else. Your finances can be fluctuating during this time, so be very careful, my Librans. For Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon rising, Venus is transiting the 11th house. This is a very good placement for Venus again. Here, Venus helps in fulfillment of desires and gains from friends and family and network circle. You may be planning a long distance travel and you will face some roadblocks, but don't worry, it'll be done. Relationships with long-term partners will be cordial. Good communication is the key. All those having children might be worried about them. There could be arguments or discords with your kids. People who trying to conceive may not be very successful during this transit since Mars is retrograde in the 5th house. There could be a breakup and you will be confused as to what really went wrong in the relationship. Now for Sagittarius ascendant or Sagittarius moon sign, Venus is transiting the 10th house. All the planets do well in the 10th house, so this is a good placement. There is a possibility of new projects and growth in work. You need to be careful about getting into heated arguments with co-workers, especially females. There is a growth in network circles and gains through them. You may change your residence or make changes in your residence. You may have to do some fixing or repair work at home. Health will be generally good, but do not overindulge. Mother's health may be a cause of concern. Now for Capricorn ascendant or moon rising, Venus is transiting the 9th house. This is a very good placement for Venus. It's time to listen to the counsel of your father and teachers, and you will get solutions from them. You will have a loving relationship with your child and you will be happy with their progress. It's good time for growth in work as well. You may have recognition and appreciations for your efforts. Income will increase. You may have arguments with your younger siblings, but it's not a sign of worry. But overall, a feeling of good luck and good fortune will prevail. Now for Aquarius ascendant or Aquarius moon rising, Venus is transiting your 8th house. This is not a very great position for Venus, as 8th house energies can be too dark for Venus sometimes. You might have unexpected gains of either money or jewelry, or there is a possibility that you will have your jewelry will get stolen, so be careful of that. It's 8th house, anything can happen, okay? Anything. There could be gains from spouse. You may get interested in mysticism and occult. You may consult an astrologer or tarot reader during this time. Father's health may suffer. There could be sudden changes in your home environment, like unexpected people coming or unforeseen expenses. There could be loss of income or savings, so be careful about your money. For Pisces ascendant, Venus is transiting the 7th house. Again, this is not a very great placement for Venus. You may have serious issues and arguments with your partner or spouse. If you're planning to go your separate ways, then I suggest wait for this transit to get over. It's only for 25 days. Since Mars is retrograde in your ascendant, it's also not giving you any clarity. You may come to know certain secrets about your long-term partners. Your relationships with your younger siblings will be good and you may go on a short distance travel. You need to focus on your health as you are under a lot of pressure. You may be defamed, so be careful whom you trust. So this is it. This is my analysis for all the ascendants for this upcoming transit of Venus. I hope you found this useful. If you need to know what's happening in your personal life, you need to get your personal consultation done. My details for the same are mentioned below. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.